September 15th, 1943. Dear Mama, hello from Fort Pierce in Florida. Our battalion just settled in here at the Sunshine State. How is my best girl? I hope my letter finds you well. Has Aunt Jane been keeping her promise to keep you company while I'm gone? She says she has. Say hello and thank you when you see her. She's been writing me every week. I haven't heard from Uncle Frank, though. Tell the old geezer to get cracking on that, will ya? It'd be great to hear from him, too. I know I usually bring you flowers when I've been away for a while, but since I've been away longer than usual this time, and don't know when I'll see you again, I thought I'd send you some flowers that will last a bit longer. I thought you could plant these wildflower seeds in your victory garden next spring. Then, no matter where I am next summer, you can go out to your garden and cut yourself a bouquet any time you like. This way you'll always have flowers from your Charlie. I sure do miss you, especially our late-night talks over pie and ice cream. I've told the fellas here about your pie and ice cream. Almost started a mutiny. The ice cream here is only so-so, and I don't think Cookie even knows what pie is. They got this powdered lemonade drink, too. Some of the fellows call it battery acid, 'cause they claim it'll burn a hole right through you. Seems these army cooks can't even get chocolate right. You should try one of their Ration Bars. Worst thing I ever tasted. You can set it out on the sidewalk on the hottest day of the year, and it won't even melt. Needless to say, the latrines are busier than usual when they start handing those babies out. Trading is tough. It gets tougher every day. They keep us on our toes around here, waking us up at odd hours and running us until we puke. Do it! But it's all worth it. They keep telling us we're the best of the best. And it seems like they're going to make that true or kill us trying. Just do it! Just kidding, Ma. It's not so bad as that. There is this captain here, though. Considers himself an admiral of the Swiss Navy or something. Name's Captain Fairbanks. I was hoping to leave him behind at Camp Forest, but he's followed us here to Fort Pierce. And now it looks like he'll be with us to the end of the line. He said a while back that he knew Dad, but didn't elaborate. Did Dad ever mention a Captain Winslow Fairbanks to you by any chance? Anyway, I don't mean to bellyache, but this big-time operator has really been busting my chops. It's not too terrible and wouldn't be a problem at all if he railed the same on all of us. But for some reason he's really got it out for me. Don't worry, though. I can handle it. I just wanted to check in with you and see if Dad had any old Army enemies you knew about. Now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, I have some news. Remember that girl I wrote you about in my last letter? Audrey Rose Drawlinger? We've been seeing a bit more of each other and writing to each other since July. I know it seems soon and all. I've actually known for a while now. I just wasn't ready to say it in case I jinxed things. But Ma, I'm really hoping very much that she'll be my wife the next time I write to you. I've decided I'm going to ask her to marry me. I didn't tell you before, but we met when she came to Camp Forest a while back. She was visiting the base on assignment as her father's personal secretary. It was the 4th of July, and she happened to drop in on a dance us Rangers were hosting. I swear, I was gone the moment she walked in the room. I disregarded everything you ever taught me about dance etiquette and monopolized her the entire night. I couldn't risk any of them other fellas moving in on her before I got a chance to convince her of my finer qualities. Unfortunately, dancing still isn't one of those finer qualities. But that's how I knew I was making progress with her, see? Even though I have 2 left feet, she kept saying yes every time I asked her to dance. She's the smartest, most beautiful, funny, loving, and kind person I've ever met. She even made quite the sacrifice recently in order to make me some sweet tarts. She traded her last new pair of hose for the ingredients. I know you know how hard those are to come by these days, what with them needing all that nylon for parachutes. But boy, were those some tasty tarts. I'm telling you, she's a keeper. Audrey Rose came to see me again in Tennessee a few weeks back. Since I'd been so forward at the dance, I was determined to do what you always taught me and give her some space when she arrived. It turns out she didn't want any. She kissed me the moment I picked her up at her hotel. She kissed me. Just said something about a war being on and not wanting to waste precious time. I think that's when I knew I had a real shot at winning her. It was honestly the best start to the best day of my life. After that, we headed out to a pretty place called Machine Falls and explored the trails roundabout for a while. But I didn't care much about where we were. We could have been in Timbuktu, and it would have still been the best day of my life. All 'cause I got to spend it with her. When we said goodbye that night, I had her in my arms for a few minutes. And Ma, my mind became clearer than it has ever been in my whole life. I knew I'd never be a whole person without Audrey Rose by my side. I want to spend the rest of my life with her more than anything I've ever wanted. I want to be her husband. I want to raise a family with her. I honestly thought about asking her to marry me while we were up at Machine Falls. I almost did, but I resisted the temptation. Despite this war going on and all our peers getting married at the drop of a hat, I really want to do right by her. I want this to last, and I want to make sure I have her father's blessing first. Which brings me to the other reason I'm writing you so soon after my last letter. Before I write to Audrey Rose, I want to know I have your blessing as well. I know this war is changing everything for everyone, but if you're willing to give your blessing without meeting her first, you'll make me happier than I can say. I was hoping to give her Grand Penelope's ring if it's all right with you. I know she'd really cherish something like that. I won't be here in Florida much longer. They're shipping us up to Maryland for a month after our time here. Then my battalion will be heading across the pond to England for Christmas. If she'll have me, I want to marry Audrey Rose before I head north. That way we can at least have a month together before I go. Anyway, that's my news. I sure do miss you. You've been the best mother a son could ask for. I just wanted to say that to you, and for you to know I'm doing everything I can to make you proud of me out here. I want to marry Audrey Rose because she inspires me to keep being someone you can be proud of. I know that's the kind of girl you've always wanted for me. Give Aunt Jane a hug and a kiss. I love you, Charlie. P.S. Please send socks with the ring. Just like the food here, the socks they give us are no good. If you can send as many as you can find, that would be swell. Nothing says I love you like a new pair of socks. American Grand Union Telegram. Whitehall, Westminster, London, SW1A 2EU. London, England, September 18th, p.m. General Duke P. Drawlinger, London, England. Dear Sir, I humbly ask for your blessing to marry your daughter Audrey Rose. I will love, respect, and adore her all the days of my life. Audrey cherishes you as her father. Your blessing and support would mean a lot to me personally. Respectfully, Corporal Charles Henderson Burke. 4:37 p.m.